The more information we get about Mauricio Garcia, the harder this story gets, which in itself is really hard to wrap your head around. You know, today we got our first update from DPS since this shooting happened on Saturday. And while law enforcement says there are still a number of pieces they need to gather in this investigation, what they were able to share, combined with what the WFAA Investigates team has uncovered, paints a very bleak picture about who this person was and what he believed.
It didn't take long.
I think within 3 or 4 minutes, the Allen PD officer had neutralized the suspect and the shooting stopped.
Mere minutes for chaos, tragedy, a response, and the heartbreak that follows.
The big question that we're dealing with right now is what's his motive? Why did he do this? Well, the big question is we don't know.
Texas DPS Regional Director Hank Sibley says Mauricio Garcia carried 3 guns with him Saturday and had 5 more in his car.
All of the weapons were legally obtained by the shooter. None of them were stolen.
Garcia had no criminal history, but DPS says he struggled with mental illness.
You know, many of the answers are still away from getting to, but some things we do know.
Sibley says DPS can confirm Garcia had what he called neo-Nazi ideation.
He had patches, he had tattoos, even his signature, verified that.
This is a photo of the swastika tattoos on Garcia's chest and arm. The WFAA Investigates team has been pouring through a social media account that law enforcement officials confirmed investigators are also reviewing. The posts show 3 years worth of racist rants and Nazi images. We are choosing not to show the posts because the author wrote about being inspired by other mass shooters.
I know the FBI and the Texas Rangers are looking into that, and that's another part of the investigation we're looking at.
A majority of the people killed Saturday were people of color. But Sibley says he believes Garcia targeted the mall itself and not any specific person or group. Some of the posts we discovered included details about scouting Allen Premium Outlets at peak visitor times and visiting the mall last May and January. There was also a suicide note posted on the day of the shooting, alluding to a battle with mental illness, saying that going to a psychologist would not have fixed this. Sibley says investigators will need to dig more into Garcia's past and posts to determine if this was an act of domestic terrorism.
The FBI has his computers, cell phones, and other evidence.
The work to find answers will take time, and so will the healing that has to happen here. In Allen, I'm Morgan Young.